Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the update for today. Today was Friday, July the 31st of this year, 2026. And just like every other Friday, I started this morning off in the accounting office. No, I didn't. I actually started off in Central Oregon. I was still in down there where I was helping Mom the last couple of days. And I started my morning off down there. I did request 3 days off this week. I basically I let my boss know, I need to help Mom with some stuff. But I'm fairly flexible because I know the lead accountant's on vacation and all this other stuff. But so really any 3 days, and for whatever that were consecutive, and for whatever reason he found Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, including one of my regular accounting days. So therefore, I was down in Central Oregon today, basically taking a vacation day to help Mom for just a little bit. But honestly, some really great news direct from Mom. Really, by the time I was ready to go this afternoon, we have pretty much done everything we can do at this point. It's, we all know what the goal is, and excited to get her with her move, but it's, if you've ever moved from a place that you've been involved with for a long time, it's kind of sad. And earlier this year, even a couple of months ago, when I was thinking I might lose this apartment, it's like devastating. And so they've been in that home for nearly 30 years. I remember when they left this area to pack up to move down there to Central Oregon because it's sunnier and warmer, it has more seasons than the Portland metro area, and it has snow and it has sun, and it's a wonderful area. And I remember when they picked up and went down there, and now now she's clearing it out, and it's, so emotionally difficult. And I could only imagine, if that's for me, what it's like for her, It's, as we're getting down to just not much left. So yeah, the whole truck thing is going to be in just a few days now, and at least the stuff that's going to be ending up here, at least. So anyway, with that, we did go to a place called Richard's Sliders today, down in Redmond. If you are ever in the Redmond, Oregon area, and you want just good quality burger stuff, this Richard's Sliders, man, it's a food truck, but man, the fries are waffle fries, and they're freaking amazing. Sliders are, absolutely fresh. They're fresh. Usually I'm not someone who does sliders, really. I go more for the bigger burgers. This is like sliders only at this place, but yeah, definitely worth it. It's a food truck. You're sitting outside, but if you're ever in there, give Richard look Richard up. It's definitely worth it. As a matter of fact, and I don't know obviously how long it's going to be there, but this particular food truck, there is a day, I mentioned Timbers a couple of other times. There was a day that I was sitting with Mom and brother Sean, and we were sitting there, and we were looking for fresh sliders, or fresh burgers, like fresh meat burgers, not frozen. Anyway, we called this Timbers place that we had been interacting with a bunch of times, or that I've mentioned a bunch of times in these videos. Which is a sports bar place in Redmond, which has incredible food. Anyway, we called them up specifically asking for if their burgers are like it. And the people there are like, no, honestly, no. But visit Richard. And so Sean goes and visits Richard and gets us these things, and we're eating these things, and absolutely amazing. They brighten up your day. That day, and we pretty much knew it was Dad's final day. And so, always going to have a emotional connection to that. So, anyway, Richard's Sliders. And so, Anyway, so it was time to drive home, and jumped in the car, and honestly, even didn't have all that much to bring back over this time. As we're getting down again to the nitty-gritty that doesn't need a truck. And yeah. Now, this was going to be really my last time doing the drive back in my own vehicle. Next time is it, and next time I'm going to be with the furniture truck. And yeah. And so it's starting to get, like, sentimental about looking out over the, various sights of this drive, right? Because I'm probably going to do the truck thing at night. Because it's just easier. But so I'm going to drive. I've mentioned in a couple of other videos, I've tried to, basically verbalize the route that I'm taking. This time, rather than verbalizing it, check out this map. The red line is the route that I took. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not exactly a great week for Eastern Oregon. And luckily was far enough away that you didn't really get to the scary part, but knowing that there were these things quite close, within 10 miles of you, at 3 different parts, or at least 2 different parts where you're close enough. And that second one, when we were going near that upper fire, for miles and 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 miles, I was stuck behind a truck. Not just any truck, mind you. A tanker truck. Not just any tanker truck. A truck full of Jet A. For miles and miles and miles. Explosive, take caution, jet fuel. As you're going through the fire zone. It was charming. Anyway, finally made it here. And when I got here, it was more furniture, a little bit more furniture rearranging. We're kind of testing a size. One end table layout that we're thinking about is not going to work after I tested it this evening. We're going to rearrange that plan a little bit. And tomorrow, I've actually reached out to somebody with interior design, expertise to arrange this stuff. My mom. Even though I just saw her today, Mom is actually making the drive tomorrow to basically help me finalize how all this is going to be arranged up there. And God bless her, she did all sorts of interior design type of stuff as like a fun little side gig in her youth. And so have a pro basically coming in and helping me figure out how to take stuff that is coming basically from their house and making it look good in mine. Again, Mom, emotionally, bless her for doing this, but that's going to be a thing tomorrow. So, yeah. And last thing before I go this evening, so for years and years and years and years, from like the time that Facebook was started until about 2024, I did like daily Facebook stuff. And a large amount of it was about retail. And a lot of like anecdotes and silly little silly just things that customers did, and also commentary on like the industry. Basically the retail type of stuff that I've been talking about doing in the retail videos and whatnot, but also with handwritten Facebook posts and cute little pictures and little memes and various that were on my Instagram before. All sorts of stuff. Well, obviously made my channel not so much about that, and my channel is going to continue being, pretty much about like my vlog and my life and whatnot. But let me introduce you to my friend. This is Kit the Cathier, and Kit the Cathier is a very good friend of mine, a very, very good friend of mine, and he created a Facebook page tonight. And if you're interested in the type of Facebook kind of content that I did in the olden days, follow him. You might be surprised. All right, have a good one.